Frontier opening bell Tuesday, the 28th of February. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. It's the final trading day for the month of February. And of course, just take you through the few markets that we grabbed and try to get a sense of where African markets are at the moment. The Nigerian market crossed a new high yesterday, 55,000 on the NGX All-Share Index. We also crossed 30 trillion naira on the side of the total value of all listed securities, thanks to Boa Foods and some names within the banking sector. This is the morning after Nigeria's elections. There is no clear winner yet as far as the elections concerned. Still a whole lot of votes still being collated and put together. Announcements will continue, most likely for the next 24 or 48 hours. So perhaps later in the week, we'll be able to reveal who is Nigeria's elected president. So let's keep that in mind. This market keep moving on, by the way, despite that. But a bit of a downside to yields as far as the fixed income space was concerned. We've got a bit of a liquidity to start the week that takes us straight into the new month of March. 205.49 for the BRVM in Cote d'Ivoire, up by 0.06%. The Egyptian market pulled back by 0.67%. That's around 17,000 level. The GSE fell up by 0.75%. That's a major turnaround for the South African market, back to 77, still below the 80 that we saw earlier this month. And then, of course, you got the Nairobi market down by 0.88%, 125.36. So let's just grab a few headlines across the East African continent. Safaricom Board of Directors has approved 58 shillings per share as interim dividends to shareholders for the company's full year ended March the 23rd. That's a chunk of money if you put it together in terms of what the gross dividend is for this iconic and a big name within the Kenyan markets and now expanding rapidly within the region, East African stepping into Ethiopia with Safaricom Ethiopia. And then East African Portland Cement, these are all reporting coming through now, earning season, reporting this half year revenue are hitting 530 million shillings. Kenya Cooperative Bank says it secured $100 million to support business lending in East Africa's biggest economy, that Kenya is, while venture capital Partech raised about 30 billion shillings for Africa investment. Partech is one of the leading venture capital and private equity firm on the African continent, supporting businesses on the continent. Ethiopian Airlines is looking to reopen its Abidjan, New York route, and that's going to be big business. Airlines are coming up back strongly after the pandemic around the world, but Africa's share of the commercial airline business is still at a very paltry, about 2.1%. We need to do a whole lot more. Ethiopian Airlines is one of the continent's iconic brand when it comes to global flights. So let's bring in West Africa with Nigeria's stock markets cruising past new levels yesterday as news began to come in as the election results being counted for the presidential election and the National Assembly elections. So we have a new market cap of 30 trillion naira. Late today, Nigeria's exchange is putting pen to paper and signing a memorandum of understanding with the Pan-African Payment Settlement System, the PAPSS, which is based in Accra, Ghana. Is the settlement warehouse set up by the African Continental Free Trade Area, the AFCFTA, to support trade among countries in Africa. Now it's going to be used, that platform, by the Nigerian Exchange to support the new Africa Exchange Link project, the AELP, which is the umbrella project under the African Securities and Exchange Association, ASEA. The whole idea is to use the PAPSS system, the PAP system, so that stockbrokers selling shares across the various markets on the continent can use the PAPs as a settlement window in currency, local currency, without a recourse to the US dollar. It will be a significant milestone for intra-Africa capital markets, and that will be signed today with the NGX, which will allow investors through Nigeria and others to also do business using local currency instead of passing through the US dollar, cutting out some of the costs exchange rate issues, time and whatever, as far as intra-Africa exchange market is concerned. So that's a big day. We're expecting the head of the PAPSS, Michael Balu, the head of the Afrexim Bank, which is the parent company of the part of the PAPSS, to be at the event. Benedict Orama, the head of Afrexim Bank. Let's see all of that later. Then Ghana's local debt scored raised by S&P Global as the local default has been cured. We saw that come through from the S&P Global ratings. And the Bank of Africa in Burkina Faso has posted 20% increase in profit for the full year 2022, while Mali, Togo, Niger, Burkina Faso have adopted factoring law, and that's according to the Afrexim Bank, which is good news. By the way, we've got more countries signing in on factoring law, which improves trade across those countries. Mali is looking to raise about 1.490 billion CFA franc within the UEMOA market. That's French-speaking West Africa. That's the full year calendar total balance that Mali will be looking to raise for the full year 2023. And that's just putting that in there for everyone to be in the know. What's the Southern African top stories? We got a few headlines for you. IMF is looking at Angola's economic growth of about 3.5% for this year, while collective investment schemes, what you call managed funds in South Africa, are looking to restore assets to more than 3 trillion rand. As we saw a boom in the hedge funds industry. Some of the reports from 2022 are coming through right now for the South Africa's collective investment market. Discovery is one of the financial supermarkets in South Africa. So Discovery Bank, which is the newest member of the Discovery Group, is looking at about 1 billion rand profit a year. It's taking some of the customers from other competitors because of what Discovery as a group puts on the table. Nokia is signing a deal with MTN to expand 5G network in South Africa. Nokia has unveiled a new logo, an identity, a new brand that will see Nokia no longer being seen as a smartphone company, but as an IT technology provider, globally speaking. It's a bit of reworking the whole idea of Nokia that we've known for years, away from being a phone company and being a tech company. That's the way to go. Then GCR, Global Credit Rating, has reaffirmed Zimnats Insurance of Zimbabwe as a strong financial rating, AA+ ZW, and the outlook is stable. So I'm taking you straight there to North Africa, where it all started with Qatar and Egypt signing an agreement to avoid double taxation. In the meantime, both countries reporting trade exchange of about $80.1 million between January and November last year. It's a day of new beginning, but that could continue to expand in size. Egypt and the United Nations launching a partnership week in preparation for the new strategic framework 2023-2027, while European Union and Libya are discussing a national strategy for free trade zones between both countries. And finally, Morocco's real estate market is slowing down because demand is a little bit sluggish. And that's about you. Frontier Opening Bell for today. Thank you everyone for watching. Let's step into the month of March tomorrow together. I'll see you then. Bye for now. Have a great day.